Wait. Yeah, hold on. Oh, wait. Wait. Are we working? Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's fucking time. It's fucking time, folks. It is time. Hold on. You see the game day, Bev. You see the game day, Bev. Every single game of this World Cup. Every single game of this World Cup. The game day, Bev. Game day, Bev. However, it is like 8 o'clock. I'm drinking this monster at 8 o'clock at night. Bottoms up, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome all. Representing the badge. Welcome all representing the badge. Today, folks, we got a very big day. We got a very big match day, right? We got some history we have to make. Folks, right? A lot of history we got to make, right? First time that we're ever going to be reaching the 9-point mark, right? First time we're ever going to be reaching the 9-point mark. What's going on, EV? What's going on, EV? What's going on, EV? Appreciate you for tuning into this stream. Thank you so much, EV. Thank you so much. Whole lot to impact right here. A whole lot to unpack right here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might not even go live tomorrow because of how late this one's gonna be, right? This one's probably gonna be going into tomorrow as well, right? This is it's a WWE thing right there. Do we even have lineups? Do we even have lineups? So the big thing right now for this game in particular is that we're going to be sitting a lot of players, right? We're going to be sitting a lot of players, right? For a couple players, we already know that's going to be sitting, right? Players like Tyler Adams, player like Balogun, right? My go Balogun. He will be sitting out due to a yellow card. Another one of my goats, Tyler Adams. I was this close to making the stream cover Tyler Adams meme. Unfortunately, that is not the case. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case for today stream. I'll save that meme for the knockout stages. I'll save the meme for the knockout stages, right? Oh my goodness, you saved my life. I'm just Tyler fucking Adams, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just Tyler fucking Adams. What else? Right now was the conclusion of the Netherlands and Tunisia, right? The Netherlands put that belt to ass. The Netherlands did to Tunisia, and I said that wrong, but whatever. And then right now we are seeing what the fuck we are seeing. We just completed Japan and Sweden, right? Japan and Sweden did draw right now. It was a pretty one of the most boring first halves I've ever watched, but the second half was pretty enjoyable. I did not watch that Netherlands game though. I did not watch that Netherlands game at all. Even though they were scoring goals like this, like everybody was scoring for that Netherlands game. I'm going to be mainly doing coverage for the USA and Turkey game. Mainly going to be doing coverage for that game. I will have. I can show that. I can show that part actually. I won't get copyright strike. Hopefully. I had to knock on some wood right there. The way this setup goes, I do have the USA game. It's going to be put up on the main TV right here. I think I can show the lady actually. I can show the lady right. It's going to be up there, right? And the way the setup is, I'm going to have that TV right there. Yeah, shout out to the Eagle, right? Shout out to the ball, the Eagle, right? Shout out to the... Woo! This is going to be a fucking historic night coming up for the U.S. men's national team. There's also a couple of other things that we can go over that happens. I guess there's some stuff that we can go over in the group stages that did conclude from yesterday and today, right? Some things that concluded from yesterday and today. Yesterday we were only able to cover Group B, right? We covered Switzerland and Canada both making it through, right? We're pretty optimistic about Bosnia making it through, right? They're confirmed today. Bosnia is going through, right? There's probably the highest percentage of chances that we will end up playing Bosnia in the next round. So, yeah, we're gonna be playing Bosnia in that next round. Smacking the fuck out of Bosnia in the next round, right? Other things that happened, right? Other things that happened. We did have Mexico also putting up a historic performance. Appreciate you for the stream, like Evie. Appreciate you for the stream, like Evie. Always very much appreciated. Always very much appreciated when somebody does like up the stream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, Mexico put up 9 points yesterday. If Mexico put up 9 points, we better be putting up 9 points today. I want to see us put 9 points today. Mexico put up 9 points the other day. I'm trying to match them. Right? Some teams can put up 9 points, right? Like Mexico and the United States, right? Other teams are Canada. Exactly. All right, I'm done hating on Canada. That was last stream. But yeah, Mexico ended up topping their group, right? A huge upset in Group A. Very huge upset in Group A. We did see South Africa making it to the knockout stages, confirmed, as they are the second. They finished second in Group A. Very historic for the South Africans, right? So first time ever making it to the knockout stages in World Cup history, right? They hosted a World Cup, right? Couldn't make it then, right? But now they have the squad to hopefully make it through. Hell yeah, USA is the best. Hell yes, USA is the best. Always the best. Every time is the best. Every time is the best. We called it. We're gonna call it, right? We're gonna end up calling it, right? The USA is gonna end up winning the World Cup. We're gonna end up calling it, right? Just invest in the Bitcoin. Just invest in the Bitcoin. Just like I said in the I almost dropped my water. Just like I said in the community post right before the World Cup, right? I said it in the community post right before the World Cup. Invest in our Bitcoin this summer. Holy hell, everybody has invested in the Bitcoin this summer, right? Everybody invested in the Bitcoin like these two. First match, everybody was already on that USA bandwagon. Always appreciate everybody joining the USA bandwagon, but let's call a spade, right? Let's call it a spade. You heard it here, folks, right? Right? USA is the best. Is the best. Always the best. Always the best. Yeah, I'm pinning that, Evie. I'm pinning that shit, Evie. Pinning that. pinning that. Also, Korea most likely not gonna. South Korea most likely not end up making that knockout stage as well. Sucks for Korea, right? Very good team, very talented team. Unfortunately, just wasn't able to get the job done against South Africa, and that was the game that they ultimately needed to win. Ultimately, it was the game that they needed to win the other day, right? Couldn't get it done. They'll be going back to South Korea. It is what it is, right? It is what it is, right? Going on to Group C, right? Group C, right? We saw a pretty slow Brazil team in the very first game against Morocco, right? But I mean, Morocco is a good team, right? Morocco is going to be one of those top echelon team. Fuck, man, this is gonna be a good ass. This is gonna be a good ass game and a very hyperactive stream. Good ass game, hyperactive stream, right? Good ass game, hyperactive stream, bro. I got dropped in sparring today, bro. I got dropped in sparring today. Body shot. Nothing to the noggin. But I got dropped in a body shot today, bro. My fucking stomach still hurts a little bit, bro. It still hurts a little bit. It is what it is, right? It is what it is. You win some, you lose some, right? You win some, you lose some. But the USA, we're here forever. We're here forever, right? We're here forever. Especially at this World Cup. This was time. We've been saying it countless of times, folks. This was a long time building up, right? This was 6 years in the making, right? The Qatar World Cup was just ultimately like just us getting us dipping our toes in it, right? It was just us dipping our toes in, just getting the experience, just trying to get the experience ultimately, but a very good, very good chance to get some experience. Let me see. I'm gonna double check and make sure that now that we're at 8 o'clock, I'm gonna make sure that we have the Paraguay and Australia game full on covering the USA and Turkey game, but we will have the Paraguay and Australia game to give live goal updates for this game because I guess it counts, right? I guess it counts. Not really, but I guess it counts. Paraguay, Australia. All right. Okay. Cool. Cool. I'm gonna go put this back real quick. Give me a sec. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, okay. I think we got it. I think we got it up and running on the bottom TV. I think we got it up and running on the bottom TV. Oh yeah. Also, what else? Where were we going? Where were we at? Where were we at? Right. Brazil, right? Brazil ends up topping the group, right? Tied with Monaco, right? Same results that they've been having, right? Each other, except Brazil does lead by 3 goals on goal differential, so they ultimately end up topping the group over Monaco, right? It was a bit of a sloppy last game too for not Monaco. I keep saying Monaco because of Balogun, right? Morocco. Huge side note, right? Huge side note about Morocco. So I'm in the Cardi community, right? I'm in the Cardi community. One of my favorite rappers is Playboy Cardi, right? One of the best. If you ever need something to train to, if you ever need somebody to train to, right? If you're ever just, whooping ass or you just working out, right? Bro, Cardi will do that. Cardi will do that shit for you. Cardi really will do that shit for you. So I'm in the Cardi community, and like everybody in that community is talking about how Morocco is the trimmest flag, right? One of the trimmest flags, right? Because of the pentagram, right? Because of the pentagram and the all red background, right? It's hella red, that background, right? Whole lots of red. A lot of red. A lot of red. One shot to the head. All right, okay. Yeah, Brazil top of the group, right? Morocco getting second in the group, right? Ultimately, Scotland makes the third cut, right? Makes the third placing, right? Scotland. I mean, like in all seriousness, though, South Korea and Scotland are both not technically out, right? They technically still have a chance, right? I kind of like South Korea's chances a little bit more because of the goal differential, but technically they're still not out of it, though. At this point, they're technically still not out of it, right? It's mainly the teams that are in fourth place that have the 4 points. And we have a lineup, folks. We have a lineup, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lineup, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna finish up on Group C, right? Yeah, Brazil top in the group, right? Morocco second, right? Scotland still in the race, right? With South Korea. Ultimately, both groups did see Haiti getting grouped out. Haiti, not the greatest of all teams, right? But they did put up a pretty impressive performance That's the brain fog already. That's the brain fog already from the monster. That's the brain fog already from the monster. We're already talking fast as hell. Yeah, we did see Haiti get grouped out, and then in Group A, we did see Czechia get grouped out, right? Czechia, I'll talk about this, right? About Czechia, right? So Czechia playing their last group game against Mexico, right? They're playing their last group game against Mexico. They're playing at Mexico, right? It's a lot of pressure, right? A whole lot of pressure, especially from them because they needed a win, right? They needed a win to advance, right? Draw wasn't going to be able to do anything for them, right? They ultimately needed a win. They needed a result to make it past the knockout stages, right? Or to actually like compete for a chance to make it out the knockout stages. Ultimately they would have been ahead of South Korea. So yeah, they would have been able to make it past the knockout stages, and they would have 4 points. So they would have easily got in with a third placing, right? Either them or South Africa. Sit South. Yeah, very tough result for Czechia. Very tough result for Czechia, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Yeah, they didn't play their best player. Patrick Schick, he didn't really play much. He didn't play. I know he was slow the first 2 games, right? But dog, I don't give a fuck how slow you looked, right? You play your best fucking player. You play your best player, right? In those situations, right? In those situations where you need a win, right? You play your best player, right? Especially a player like Patrick Schick, who is he's lightning. He's lightning, right? He can score goals in bunches, right? He's one of those that as soon as he sees the back of the net, he's going to be seeing the back of the net a whole lot. So the decision to bench him was just like what are we doing? What were we doing? Exactly. What were we doing? But anyway, we'll get to the last 2 groups. We'll get to the last 2 groups. We'll get to the groups that played earlier today, right? The Group E and Group F, but we have lineups, ladies and gentlemen. We have lineups right here, ladies and gentlemen. Looking up at this Turkish lineup, standard lineup, very standard lineup. No surprises on this Turkish team, right? Maybe the only surprise would be Demiral on the bench, right? But other than that, not shocked. Guler's still playing, right? Yilmaz still playing, right? Yildiz also still playing, right? No shocker right here for this Turkish team, right? Whoa. I just looked at this lineup. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, ladies and gentlemen. Whoa. Whoa. These boys don't give a fuck. This is exactly what I wanted to see right here. This is exactly what I wanted to see. These players don't. Poch don't give a fuck. Poch don't give a single fuck. Oh yes. This is exactly what I wanted. All right, so starting at front on top of the striker position, right? We did say Balogun was on a yellow card. He wasn't going to end up getting the starts for sure. And that it remains true. Ricardo Pepi does get the start at striker. Going over to the totally different lineup too, might I add. Totally different lineup a little bit, right? With the 2 wingers we do have, it is Brendan Aronson on the left side, Timothy Weah on the right side, right? Both Timothy Weah, long-time U.S. men's national team starter. Unfortunately, we did kind of get past the going both 2 wingers. This lineup got me excited. I'm fucking pumped. I'm super pumped. Timothy Weah, Brendan Aronson both getting the start, right? Totally deserved it. Gio getting the start, right? Everybody's been waiting to see Gio Reyna get some PT in this World Cup. Gio Reyna getting the start. We all loved it. We all love it. We all love it right now. The only regular starter that is starting today is Weston McKennie, right? Weston McKennie not on a yellow card, right? Surprisingly, because of his play style, right? Not on a yellow card. This is most likely due to the injury of Christian Roldan earlier this past week in training, right? He had to be carted off in training. Been progressing a little bit nicely, but I believe he would still be a little banged up. What's going on? What's going on? And also at the other midfield position, we do have Sebastian Berhalter, Sebi Berhalter. A lot of the MLS tards, they love Sebi Berhalter, right? I'm kind of warming up on him, right? Especially because he made a move to Europe recently, right? So I mean, I love when dudes go to Europe. I love when I see an American in a European club, right? I love all that. Hell yeah. So, Sebi gets to start at defensive midfield. Thank you. It's like a decoration. It's a decoration. And if I go out like in this, right? Because I'm in like full on like U.S. men's national team, right? I'm in this, right? My shorts. That looked weird putting that down, but my shorts, also U.S. men's national team. I have a full on U.S. men's national team fit. Necessary. I'm not gonna lie. Drinking a Monster at 8 o'clock though. Got me wanting to run through a wall. Got me wanting to run through a wall. No dinner too, by the way. Just got me wanting to run through a. I can't tell if that's the Monster if this is just 30 minutes before game time. I can't tell. I cannot tell. In the back line, we do see a lot of changes, right? Mark McKenzie and Joe Scally both getting the starts at left and right back. Joe Scally, huge fan of Joe Scally, biggest Joe Scally fan in the world, right? So Mark McKenzie, right? I made my feelings known about Mark McKenzie in the YouTube video. In my YouTube video, I made my Mark McKenzie agenda very, very widely known. Does get the start. Pray for us, and pray for the guy playing next to him, because we have Miles Robinson getting the start, as well as Austin Trusty, right? Austin Trusty believer, right? Huge Austin Trusty believer. Biggest Austin Trusty truther. So I'm extremely excited that he's getting the start today, right? He looked very good in our friendlies leading up to this game. Incredibly excited to see Austin Trusty play some football today, right? Incredibly excited for that. And then the biggest surprise, ultimately the biggest surprise of today, right? Biggest surprise of the day, right? I don't know why we had to switch goalkeepers also, right? I understand switching the field players, right? But switching goalkeepers is kind of crazy, right? Kind of crazy, especially at the World Cup, right? We didn't see Mexico put him. We didn't see Mexico put in my uncle. Like my uncle, he came in as a sub, right? For those who don't know, right? I don't think I actually mentioned this in the channel. Actually, I don't think I've mentioned this in the channel. I'm like second or third cousins with Guillermo Ochoa, Memo Ochoa. Second or third cousins. I don't know how. I don't remember exactly how far along. I got told about this around a decade ago. I got told about this. I forget I don't remember if it's second or third, but Memo Ochoa is definitely a relative of mine, right? Memo Ochoa. But even he had to come off the bench, right? To play the last 10 minutes of the Mexico game, right? But we're giving Matt Turner a start. I don't know what I guess Matt Turner's a historical player. I guess I don't know. That's an interesting idea. Other than Matt Turner getting the start, right? Because I'd still just prefer to us. We just play freeze. I just prefer to play freeze, right? The goalkeeper you don't have to change, right? Everybody else, I understand, right? Keep everybody's fitness up and going, right? And see, and we also got to see what we have right here. We got to see what we have from these ballers, right? Like I'm trying to see what Brendan Aronson's gonna look like, right? I'm really trying to see what Brendan Aronson and Gio Reyna is gonna look like in the starting group, right? I'm trying to see what Trusty looks like, right? Joe Scally came in against what was it? Joe Scally came in against Paraguay, and he looked very good against Paraguay. So for him to get a start against a European team, right, a place that he plays in, right? I'm fucking pumped. I'm fucking pumped to see Joe Scally get a start too. I mean, I'm honestly pumped to see all these players get a start. Honestly, I'm pumped to see all these players get a start because we haven't been seeing a whole lot of subs from us or a whole lot of subs like in lengthy minutes, right? Yeah, I'm fucking pumped. I'm fucking pumped for this lineup. I'm hella pumped for this lineup. Whole lot going on. Whole lot going on. Let me do a quality check real quick. All right, we're still looking good. Still looking good. Hold on. Pledge allegiance to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag. That was lineup breakdowns. Starting lineup breakdowns were provided right now. We're going to go over the last two groups that did play today, right? Earlier today. The very start of the day, right? We did see Group E play, right? Germany played against Ecuador, right? It's a very close game. And I'm very surprised that Ecuador even got the job done against Germany, too. Germany was playing their full squad. Germany was playing their legit squad. I don't know how Ecuador was able to get the job done against them. And that was a very, very huge moment for Ecuador because they got the job done and they ended up advancing, right? They ended up getting the 4 points, right? 4 points is what you're ultimately going to need to advance into the knockout stages from the third seeding. Ultimately, you're going to need a total of 4 points. And Ecuador getting that job done against Germany was huge for them. Very intense game, too. They kind of scored at the 80th minute. It was kind of crazy. It was close to the 80th minute. 77th minute, I believe. Kind of a crazy moment, right? Also seeing Ivory Coast and Curacao play earlier, too. Ivory Coast got that BTA beat that ass to Curacao. Curacao got the job done and ultimately will be advancing from the second seeding. And we saw Nicholas Pepe get a brace too. Nicholas Pepe, Tiana Trump boyfriend. Nicholas Pepe got a brace today. Very, very impressive performance from Nicholas Pepe. Nicholas Pepe. And then also being played today, right? Or just concluded, right? We just talked about the Netherlands and Japan both making it past the group stages, and the Netherlands and Sweden also getting the tie with Japan did secure the 4th point for them. They will be advancing to the knockout stages as well. That was a very tough group. Sweden, Japan, and the Netherlands. That was a pretty tough group, right? There's a couple of really tough groups. A couple of very tough groups, right? And then you have Group B. And then you have Group B, Canada's group. Bro, they tried so hard to get Canada to I'm sorry. They tried so hard to get Canada to win a group, and they still couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was tough. That was tough. That was tough. So now going over a bracket update for right now. Bracket update for right now as well. Games that are confirmed so far, right? We do see the Netherlands will be taking on Morocco. That is gonna be that's gonna be cinema, right? Netherlands taking on Morocco on Monday, right? Netherlands taking on Morocco on Monday, right? South Africa will end up playing Canada on Sunday. That's Sunday's gonna have its own day for Canada and South Africa, right? I mean, because fuck it, that's why Canada gets his own day for the knockout stages, right? If Canada were to lose against South Africa, cinema, very successful hate watch in my opinion, right? USA is going to actually that's actually confirmed at this point. USA will be playing against Bosnia, right? Give a little breakdown on that, right? Slight breakdown right on that. We'll give another breakdown. Smacking that ass. Smacking that ass is what we'll end up doing to Bosnia, right? Is what it is, right? It is what it is. And the last confirmed matchup we do have as of right now is Brazil going up against Japan. That'll also be a pretty good game, right? It's also going to be a pretty interesting game. But I do think that Brazil will get the job done against Japan as well, right? It's going to be a good game, but hold on now. Hold on now, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on now. Hold on now, folks. I do like Brazil getting the job done against Japan, right? Those are the only 4 matchups made so far. With the conclusion of this game, however, where's 2D? Where's 2D? Where's 2D? Yeah, the conclusion of this game won't exactly create any matchups right now, unless won't create any matchups right now unless I need to go back to the group, right? I need to go back to the group. Yeah, unless somebody loses down here, unless one of these teams lose down here between Australia and Paraguay, which I'm thinking they're gonna tie. I'm thinking they're gonna end up drawing, right? It doesn't matter how goals scored or not. I do think they're gonna end up draw. I think we will see one of our third place teams advancing. I do think we'll end up seeing one of our third place teams advancing. Yeah. Big games ahead of us. 2 big games ahead of us. Only really going to be covering one, though. Only going to be covering one of them, though. For real. Dang, so I'm gonna regret talking about this, right? I'm gonna regret talking about this because ultimately I do see this as a big controversial, right? It's kind of a little bit of a controversial take, right? But it is something that has been building up, right? Or building up this week, right? A storyline that's going to be happening to tomorrow. So Egypt and Iran are playing tomorrow, right? Egypt and Iran are playing tomorrow. They're playing tomorrow at Seattle, right? And Egypt and Iran are both 2 heavy Muslim companies, right? 2 heavy Muslim countries, right? 2 heavy Muslim countries. And yeah, so that game's coming up right tomorrow. And 2 Muslim countries. FIFA just decided, for some reason, you know, I see 2 Muslim countries going up against each other in soccer, right? Fuck it. Let's do a pride night right here. Let's do a pride game right here. Now, I mean, now here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I have nothing I have nothing against them, right? I have nothing against the gays, right? We love the gays here. We love the gays right here. We love the gays right here. As long as we're watching sports, right? As long as we're watching sports together, gay, straight, black, white, Korean, Indian, not I was about to say something crazy right there. Not both Indians, right? Both Indians, right? I'm a native Indian, not a not a native. I'm a native Indian, not a Asian Indian, right? Not an Asian Indian, right? I believe India is in Asia. I want to say it's in Asia. Could be wrong. Could be in Europe, but I do think it's in Asia. Oh no, it's in Asia. Yeah, not an Asian Indian, a Native American Indian, right? Doesn't matter, right? Doesn't matter. Korean, Chinese, French, African, right? South American, right? North Mexican, right? Canadian, right? Even though we do shit on the Canadians a whole lot, right? It's not your fault. It's ultimately not your fault. You got some really cool people, Canada, right? A lot of cool people are Canadian, right? Like Drake, right? Drake, or hold on, right? Tory Lanez, right? Tory Lanez, huge Tory Lanez. That might have not been the better, but I do love Tory Lanez as well. The Weeknd, there you go. The Weeknd, there you go. That's a better one. The Weeknd, Steve Nash, right? A lot of great Canadians in this world, right? As long as we're all watching sports together, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for real. As long as we're all watching this shit together. As long as we're all watching this shit together, it doesn't matter what we look like, what we believe in, what's who we love, right? It doesn't matter, right? However, the issue with this, right, Pride Night being in the middle of a Egypt and Iran game, right, is that they're both heavily Muslim countries, right? Both heavily Muslim countries, right? And whether I do support that, right, I also do support respect, right? We got to support respect, right? We got to respect. We got to respect. We got to support respect, right? Because that's ultimately like one thing that's kind of been lost in the world, right? We got to respect one another, right? We got to respect one another. We got to respect one another's beliefs, right? You might believe that the sky's fucking blue, right? I don't know. It is blue. You might believe the sky's fucking red or like green or some shit, right? I'm not gonna tell you different, but I'm not gonna tell you different and like try to make you believe that it's like blue, but like at the same time, right? It is what it is, right? It is what it is. But I think we can respect one another's cultures, right? Respect one another's religious beliefs as well, right? Like a Pride Night, right? Like a Pride Night. Like why couldn't we do that for Belgium and New Zealand instead, right? Why couldn't we do that for that game as instead, right? I'm pretty sure the Belgians and the New Zealanders wouldn't mind, right? They wouldn't mind. And Egypt and Iran can do like a I was about to say something crazy, but I mean they can do something else, right? They can do and they can do an anti-racism, right? They can do an anti-racism game, right? Because there's been a lot of anti-racism ads throughout the World Cup, right? They could do an anti-racism game, right? I'm sure the Muslims wouldn't mind doing a anti-racism game, right? Because I mean, I'm not Muslim, right? I'm not Muslim, right? I know a few things about the Muslim religion, right? But I would assume that Muslims, I would assume racism is against the Muslim culture, right? I would assume racism is against the Muslim culture, right? Just a belief, right? Just a belief, just a suggestion, just an idea, right? Just an idea, right? Or hell, they could have do that. They could have done that for our game. They could have done that for our game, right? Pride Night for our game. I'm sure we would have been fine. I'm sure the badge would have been fine with it because we've done a lot of things for the Pride and the gay community, right? We've done a lot of things for them. So I'm pretty sure, like, us as a country, we wouldn't fucking mind if we had a Pride Night for our game, right? I'm pretty sure we wouldn't mind if that was the case. But I don't know. Respect goes a long way, right? Respect does go a long way, right? Respect does go a long way. It is what it is, right? It is what it is, right? It is what it is, right? Ultimately, that's just how the world should work. It's just how the world should work, right? I respect you, you respect me, right? Love one another, right? Don't send hate, right? As long as we're all watching this shit together, who cares? As long as we're all watching this shit together, who the fuck cares? Ultimately, who the fuck cares? Ultimately, as long as we're all watching this shit together. Yeah. Might be a controversial take. If it is a controversial take, then that's a bit silly. That's a bit silly if I'm being honest. If that's a controversial take, that's a bit silly, ultimately. As long as we respect one another. I got a little bit of time right here. I got a little bit of time before kickoff. Right? I got a little bit of time before kickoff. Ultimately, we will be pledging allegiance to the flag. Ultimately, we will be pledging allegiance to the flag once a national anthem does come up. Something I did want to talk about yesterday that I didn't get to. Something I did want to talk about yesterday that I ultimately did not get to. And it's some MMA news. It's some MMA news, right? Nothing really. We went through a whole lot of MMA stuff yesterday, right? We went through a whole lot of the fights, right? The fights that were made, right? Upcoming fights, right? Tomorrow, if I do stream tomorrow, it's going to be a. Oh fuck! Oh, you know what? That's another thing. That's another thing I could talk about in a second. But we'll get that at in a second, right? Talking a whole lot of MMA news the other day, right? Talking a whole lot of MMA stuff. But there was one thing I didn't get to, and it's kind of something that's been building up over the course of this week. And that is the Diamond Dustin Poirier. Dustin the Diamond Poirier. Now, Dustin Poirier, right? Dustin Poirier, one of my favorite fighters of all time. I'm going to add that first. One of my favorite fighters of all time. Solely for the reason that because he's a New Orleans native and he's a huge Saints fan, right? He's a huge Saints fan. Hold on, wait. Or, you know, I have the hat right here. Yeah, huge Saints fan right here. If you're a Saints fan, you're not a bad guy. You're really not a bad guy if you're a Saints fan. Right? Ultimately, if you're a Saints fan, you're a winner in my book, right? Well, I'm gonna chill with that. Actually, I'm gonna chill with that. But yeah. So Dustin Poirier got arrested this weekend for Father's Day. Yes, respect one another. Respect one another. That's ultimately what the message of this World Cup has been: is respect one another. And oh wait, actually, good. Wait. Was that about the hat or about my pride night rants? I did go on a little bit of a tangent right now about Pride Night and just saying that I mean we should have just been us. Honestly, should have been us again instead of the two Muslim countries tomorrow. It should have just been us. But yeah, Dustin the Diamond Poirier. This weekend, Father Dustin the Diamond Poirier, right? Gets arrested the day of Father's Day, right? He was boarding a flight, right? He was too drunk to board the flight, and the flight attendant made that judgment call, and Dustin Poirier wasn't having it, right? And the police did come in to arrest him this Sunday. arrested him this Sunday. His mugshot came out pretty instantly, right? His eyes were redder than that, right? His eyes were redder than that, right? He was faded, right? To say the least. He was faded. He was faded. He was definitely having a good Father's Day up until that point. But yeah, yesterday the body cam footage released, right? The body cam footage, and oh man, celebrity body cam footages are some of the greatest gems on the world, right? It's a real eye opener to see how your favorite celebrity, or just your favorite celebrity, reacts to what does it say? To justice, right? It's very humbling to see these celebrities react to some sort of justice that they might have to face, right? And Dustin Poirier very instantly made a movie out of his body cam footage. He made a movie. He made an absolute movie, right? The cop turns on the body cam, opens the door, right? Opens the door from the passageway that you have to walk through to get to the flight, right? Opens the door out in the, I believe this was DFW that this happened to. I want to say this is DFW. It looked like the Dallas Fort Worth airport. Been to that airport many times. Very good airport. One of the largest airports in the world, actually. Opens the door. Immediately, we see Dustin Poirier coming up. I have to pick the camera up. What's good? Now, if you see a UFC fighter immediately walk up to you, squaring up, and you know he's a UFC fighter, I'm not gonna lie. Even I'm a trained athlete. I would kind of be shivering in my. I would kind of be pissing in my nappy. I'd be pissing all over my nappy. Nappy is completely dumped as soon as I see somebody like that come up to me, squaring up like these. Nappy is full. And man, the speech that he gave, what a speech it was, right? I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen the full length body cam footage. But brother, just a 2-minute clip of the body cam footage that's been going around, brother, it's bad. It is bad, ladies and gentlemen. It is horrible. N bombs all over the place. A whole lot of cussing, right? As soon as the door opened, right, and he squared up, right, he was like, bunch of hoes, talking about the flight attendants, right? Two flight attendants were black women. And Dustin Poirier just calling him out, like bunch of hoes over here. Didn't want to let me fight like that. Now, first watch, footage was kind of funny. But then it's very heartbreaking to see, right? It gets very heartbreaking to see as a Dustin Poirier fan. The cop who instantly knew, right? Not even 30 seconds into the video, he was like, you Dustin Poirier? You Dustin Poirier? And Dustin immediately in response was like, man, fuck you. Real shit. If a cop called me out of my name, real shit, fuck you. But I do not. But I absolutely do not condone any of the shit that he said, though. Calling the flight attendants a bunch of hoes, right? Very incredibly fucked up, right? And ultimately, Dustin ended up sobering up, right? He ended up giving his arms out to get arrested, right? Apologized on social media afterwards, right? It was sad. The cop was sad, just trying to calm him down, brother, I don't want to fight you, just calm down, brother. It looked like he was going off for about it looked like he was going on for a long time before they ended up putting the cuffs on him, right? It looked like they cut a lot of footage. It looked like a lot of footage was cut in that 2-minute clip, right? I can imagine the whole interaction being like 10 minutes plus, honestly. Horrible look for the Diamond. Horrible look for the Diamond and New Orleans, right? Yeah, the fleur-de-lis is down bad right now. The fleur-de-lis is down bad. We'll recover, Dustin. We'll recover, Dustin. Damn, that was heartbreaking. That was heartbreaking to watch that body cam footage. I wanted to talk about it yesterday, right? Ultimately, I didn't really have a whole lot of time to talk about it the other day, but we got it done, right? We got it done. We got it done. We got it all carried away. Got it all carried away. So I got this ESPN notification, right? I got this ESPN notification, right? We are WNBA enjoyers, right? As sad as it may sound, right? Sad as it may sound, we are indeed WNBA enjoyers, right? We do watch a little bit of the WNBA. We're a little bit casuals, right? But we know a lot about the teams and a lot of the players that do play for the teams, right? A lot of the good players that play for these teams, right? And speaking of good players, right? Marina Mabrey, right? Marina Mabrey of one of the brand new expansion franchises, the Toronto Tempo, ties the single game record of 53 points, right? What's interesting about this, what's very interesting about this is that she ties the record for 53 points, right? I have to double check. I have to double check before I say this. I have to double check when I say this. Yeah, exactly. Three people have scored 53 and just tied. Like, it's like the cap. It's like the scoring cap in the WNBA is at 53, right? Because we've seen it. We originally saw it with Liz Cambage pre-2020. I forgot which year. Let me go back to it. 2018, right? We saw Liz Cambage of the Dallas Wings at that time get 2018, right? He did get 53 points, right? Are we okay? Yeah, good. We have both teams. We have both games set up, right? Yeah, Liz Cambage, now a streamer, now a fellow streamer, Liz Cambage, fellow streamer, I was about to say fellow OF creator. Whoa, that was crazy. Fellow streamer and OF creator. Now, Liz Cambage was the first WNBA player to score 53 points. The second player being my GOAT, right? My GOAT, my WNBA GOAT, Asia Wilson, scoring 53 points, right? I have a dog, or there's a dog. A house dog is named after Asia Wilson, right? Her name's Asia, literally same, spelled the same way, right? A, comma, Ja, J-A. Beautiful name, right? Beautiful name, Asia Wilson, right? Or soon to be Asia Wilson Adebayo. I mean, pretty soon going to be Asia Wilson Adebayo. We'll see about that. She's been dating Bam Adebayo for a couple years now. But then now we see Marina Mabrey with a 53-point game as well, right? It's like the cap is at 53, right? Nobody's allowed to break 53, right? Like, we're forced to have Liz Cambage as one of the all-time single game record holders, right? We're kind of forced a little bit, right? I'm hoping Asia Wilson will eventually break it, right, and be the sole holder of the WNBA record, right? But man, 53, that's such a cock block right there. It's such a cock block. Try to see some records being broken. Oh my lord, we're getting ready to do national anthems. Starting off with the Turkish national anthem. Starting off with the Turkish national anthem. Hold on. We will be standing up for this USA national anthem. I talked about this in like an earlier World Cup stream too. Like I've noticed like there's probably another USA stream. The players in other countries they don't put the hand over heart, or they don't have like a hand over heart, like maybe this right, or like hands behind the back, right? Or maybe Russia doesn't, like we just haven't see. I don't know. But yeah, like nobody else has like a thing that they do for their national anthem. Oh shit. It's time. Oh, it's time. It's time. It's time. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. My top is starting 11. Look at Scally, man. Scally look like a stud. Bro, and Timothy looked like he'd been here before, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Oh yeah, they can't put a fist up. Yeah. 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 Move back down to regular height. Hold on, I need a pee before we kick off. Said this countless of times. Said this countless and countless of times. Said this countless of times. Countless and countless of times. P-roll, right? P-roll, right? If you have your own restroom, three P's until you flush the toilet. 3 P's until you flush the toilet, right? After the third piss, flush the toilet, right? Flush the toilet. Only sanitary at that point. If you take a dump, you gotta flush that shit immediately. But as far as P's go, right? 3 P's, then you flush. 3 P's, then you flush, right? I didn't make the rules. I didn't make the rules, right? I didn't make the rules. The rules is what the rules are. Hell yeah. Oh, showing the lineups for the last time. Shit, these Turkish motherfuckers was trying to tell us that Yildiz. These Turkish motherfuckers was trying to tell us on Twitter that Yildiz is a fucking generational prospect, right? We'll see about that. We'll see about all that. How generational this brother is, right? We'll see how generational this brother is right now, right? Against our B team plus Weston McKinney. Full on B team, right? Full on B team. doing the introductions for the Australia and Paraguay game as well. Yeah, a lot of players, couple players with yellow cards, Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Got Mr. George Weah in the building. Mr. George Weah in the building. I'm kind of torn a little bit because you know what I'm saying. The manager for Turkey is Vincenzo Montella, right? Huge fact about me, a little fact about me. I'm a big Francesco Totti fan. Love watching Francesco Totti play. Longtime teammate of Francesco Totti, Vincenzo Montella. Longtime fan of his. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's kick the fuck off right here. Hell yeah. As standard for U.S. men's national team, we be giving up that possession. Damn, that was money right there. That was absolute money getting it to the corner pole. Australia and Paraguay also kicked off as well. And Berhalter, though, the U.S. men's national team. Berhalter to Trusty to Gio donning the number 7 shirt. Gio to Weah. Weah back to Gio. Gets it to Miles. Gets it to Scally. Scally gets it to McKinney. McKinney back to Scally. Scally tried playing the ball too. Brendan Aronson with the ball inside to Gio Reyna. Gio Reyna gets his shot blocked. Will set up a U.S. corner right after the first minute. Bro, first minute of the game, we already looking a little creative right here. We already showing signs of intelligent life already in the first minute. We're already showing signs of intelligent life. Corner being taken from Sebi Berhalter taking the corner. Oh, gets it through the entirety of the team. Nice shot. No. Nice first shot from Austin Trusty. Austin Trusty gets his shot blocked. Pepe tried getting the rebound. Unfortunately, Pepe was unable to get a foot off. Cleared by the Turkish defender. Berhalter will be taking another corner. Oh, Trusty, we got to put that in the back net, bro. That was a great ball from Sebi Berhalter, though. That was a great ball from Berhalter. Berhalter taking the second corner. Second minute, second corner. Another great ball. And a goal from Austin Trusty. Let's go! Get this fucking redemption. Second minute. Austin Trusty puts that shit in the back of the net. Austin Trusty. Second shot for us. Both shots taken from Austin Trusty. Trusty gets, bro, Berhalter looks fucking nice from corner. What a great finish from Trusty. Trusty was able to get a wide open shot. What a finish from Trusty. What a finish from Austin Trusty. Get in. Get in, bro. Get in. 1-0 against the European team. Time to update. Oh, Lord, I haven't updated the title. I haven't even updated the title that the game started. 1-0. Long ball being played by Turkey, though. Instantly swept up by the English. Instantly swept up by Miles Robinson. Miles Robinson almost made a mistake right there. Instantly recovered. Decent ball, though. I like a foul called right there on. I like a foul call against Pepe right there, but refs have been letting a lot of shit go today. They've been letting a lot of shit go today, right? That Japan earlier today, or just right now, that Japan and Sweden game, right? Fisticuffs, right? Just straight fisticuffs between both teams, right? It was a straight kickboxing match between Sweden and Japan earlier today. Those refs didn't give a fuck. Those refs didn't give a single rat's ass. Ball intercepted by Weston McKennie. U.S. possession now. Turner with the ball. Matt Turner gets it to McKenzie. Mark McKenzie finds Gio. Pepe gets it to Weah. Weah unable to get a foot on it. Berhalter, though. Berhalter winning the duel. Berhalter with a nice pass to Weah. Weah to Aronson. Aronson in space. You don't want to see this guy in space. Aronson plays the ball off to McKennie. Oh, McKennie gets it back to Aronson. Aronson wasn't ready for that. Oh, that was a great idea from Weston McKennie, but Brendan Aronson wasn't ready for the pass. Aronson was just one step ahead of the Weston McKennie pass. If he wasn't one step ahead, he had a wide open shot. McKennie intercepting. Cleared by the Turkish offensive. Turkey on the offensive. Gio with the turnover. Gio getting the ball back. McKenzie to Trusty. Back to McKenzie. McKenzie with the ball. McKenzie getting to Robinson. Scally back to Robinson. Miles gets it back to the keeper. Might be holding possession for a little bit, honestly. Turner looking for a long ball. Tries getting it to Weah. Weah unable to get a foot on it. Turkey now with possession. Long ball being placed inside. The box for Turkey. Cleared by McKenzie. And a foul is called. I believe Scally is able to draw the foul on near the goal. However, it will be. They call it offside. Offside is called. Goal. Free kick coming from Matt Turner. Matt Turner launching that motherfucker. Turner, crossfield pass. Gets it to Berhalter. Berhalter to Aronson. Aronson dribbling. Aronson getting fouled. Nasty. Aronson playing aggressive defense as Turkey with possession now. Weah with the turnover. Weah with the interception. Gio with possession. Gio with a nice dribble. Draws the foul. Very nice dribbling from Gio Reyna. Very nice dribbling from Brendan Aronson as well. I'm trying to see Brendan Aronson get the ball in space again. I'd love to see Brendan Aronson get the ball in space again right now. 1-0. U.S. still up on Turkey. No scoring updates for Australia and Paraguay. Oh, bad pass from Timothy Weah. Starts a counterattack for Turkey. Turkey counterattacking off of the bad pass from Timothy Weah. Timothy Weah does put the defensive pressure to draw a U.S. throw-in right now. U.S. throwing coming up. Hold on now, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on now, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like a whole lot of nothing's going on at this Paraguay and Australia game. It looks like a whole lot of nothing. Miles to McKenzie. McKenzie. Trusty with the ball. Trusty. Long ball. Tried getting it to Gio. Gio unable to get a head on it. Gets it all the way to the Turkish keeper. Keeper restarts. The U.S. are pressing, but this is not a good press from the U.S. as a foul is drawn. Miles Robinson with the foul. Free kick taken quickly by Turkey. Turkey on the offensive. Turkey playing a lot of possession. Ball being placed inside to Arda Güler. Arda with the ball inside. Arda levels the game. Arda Güler is finally introduced to the World Cup. Arda Güler has been looking for that fucking World Cup moment. God fucking bless, man. So it's been 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes of this game already. It's been 10 minutes of this game. I think I've seen enough of Miles Robinson. I think I've already, 10 minutes in, I think I've already seen enough of Miles Robinson. Not much that Matt Turner can do with there. It's a straight one-on-one with Güler and Turner. Matt Turner gets put in a very difficult position with a one-on-one against one of the best midfielders in the world right now in Arda Güler. Turkey ties this shit up 1-1. Fucking blast, man. U.S. on the offensive. Berhalter loses possession. Oh, no, that was Gio. Gio losing possession. Setting up a Arda Güler throw-in. Oh, my goodness. What the fuck was that? Who was that on the throw? Was that Arda Güler on the Arda Güler with the throw-in, or was that Peyton Manning? What the fuck was that? Is that Arda Güler or Peyton fucking Manning? Turkish on the offensive again. Turkey already with a lot of possession. Nice. Austin Trusty almost with the beautiful interception. Unfortunately, it is a Turkey throw-in. A lot of possession right now for Turkey. A whole lot of possession. A long cross-court pass to Yildiz. Is unable to reach Yildiz. U.S. throw-in. Utter ridiculous shit right here. This is a lot of possession already for Turkey. Throw it to McKinney. McKinney on the run. McKinney making a run. McKinney brings it back. McKinney dribbling. Brendan Aronson with a shot. Brendan Aronson with a second shot. The first shot from Brendan Aronson was stopped by the defender. The second shot from Brendan Aronson was stopped by the keeper. Oh, Brendan was it? Oh, he didn't get a good foot on it. Oh, Brendan Aronson didn't get a good foot on that. Turkey still with possession. Turkey is still with possession. But I believe it will be a throw-in off of a ball that was out of play by Timothy Weah. Turkey throwing coming up. Turkey throwing coming up. Man, that was hard. That was so. I mean, he was eventually going to score in this World Cup. Arda Güler. He was eventually going to score in this World Cup. Off pass foul. What was this? Off pass foul from Trusty. Free kick being taken quickly from the Turkish offensive. Back to the keeper. Full-on reset for Turkey. Turkey's been playing a whole lot of possession. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like the amount of possession that the USA has been giving up. We've looked very creative. Counterattack coming from the US. We looked very creative in these positions right here. Aronson dribbling. Aronson getting it to Scally. Scally with the one-on-one. Scally getting it to Berhalter. Berhalter playing a ball inside. Berhalter's ball inside the box is skied. It will set up a U.S. throw-in. U.S. throw-in taken quickly from Timothy Weah. What a fucking throw-in right there. Oh my God. What was that? The fuck was that, Weah? Weah instantly giving up possession. Long ball from the Turkish offensive. U.S. free kick. U.S. free kick being taken quickly. McKinney with possession. McKinney gets it to Berhalter. Berhalter to Trusty. Trusty with the ball. Trusty getting it to Berhalter. Berhalter with the ball. Berhalter waiting for somebody to come up. We're just standing around. Somebody do some shit. Reyna with the ball. Reyna tried playing a ball inside to McKinney, but McKinney was just standing still like a statue. Guler on the offensive now. Clearance from McKenzie. Mark McKenzie with a nice clearance. McKinney with the back with the ball. To Aronson. Aronson gets his shit pickpocket. U.S. throwing coming up, though. Scally with the throwing. McKinney back to Scally. Scally to Miles. Miles to McKenzie. McKenzie getting it to Trusty. Trusty to Weah. Weah with the ball. Weah getting it to Gio. I've been confusing Gio and Pepe the entire match. Pepe drawing a foul, though. Kick taking quickly. Weah dribbling. Gets it to Trusty. Trusty to McKenzie. McKenzie back to Trusty. Trusty. Reyna. Weah. Trusty. Trusty. McKenzie. McKenzie with ball. Back to the keeper. Turner. Gets it back to McKenzie. McKenzie. Back to Trusty. Trusty looking for a long ball. Trusty gets the long ball to Pepe. Pepe might actually get a foot on it. Place the ball inside. Pepe playing TikTok outside of the box. What were you doing? You had McKinney waiting. You had McKinney running. What the fuck was Pepe doing right there? Pepe on Snapchat outside of the box, just with the ball, just waiting for somebody to make a run. Two people make a run, still waiting. Turkey throwing. Possession given up. McKinney winning possession back. McKinney drawing a foul. McKinney drawing the foul on Guler. Free kick taken quickly. Trusty with the ball. Trusty getting it to Weah. Weah. To Berhalter. Berhalter. To McKenzie. McKenzie with pressure. Robinson with pressure. McKinney gets it to Gio. Gio in space. Nothing much he can do in space. McKinney looking for a ball. Cross court to Trusty. Trusty to Weah. Weah to McKenzie. McKenzie getting it to Berhalter. Back to McKenzie. The Berhalter being called for a foul. And a yellow card is presented to Berhalter. A very silly yellow card, too. It's a silly yellow card considering everything that's happened so far in the first 18 minutes of this game. It's a very silly yellow card. But nonetheless, Berhalter getting the first card of this game. Berhalter playing the position that Tyler Adams was playing. So, I mean, we're glad that it's not. We're glad that it's Berhalter and it's not Tyler Adams. Tyler fucking Adams. We're glad that it's not Tyler Adams. Such rubbish of a card. Such rubbish of a card. Paraguay and Australia still 0-0. Still 0-0 for Paraguay and Australia. Again, it looks very uneventful. It looks very uneventful. However, Australia has a corner. Australia has a corner currently right now. We're showing a lot of highlights. Is it like the hydration break or something? No, this little butthole's injured, bro. Little butthole's injured. Play finally resumed for Turkey. Turkey, the long ball, long cross field ball. Pass intercepted by Trusty. Nice defending from Trusty. And then Timothy Weah gives the ball back. Timothy Weah, not a good game so far from Timothy Weah. Not a good game so far from Miles Robinson, exactly, too. Another foul from Berhalter. Berhalter needs to be careful. Berhalter concedes a free kick. Free kick coming up. Arda Güler. Arda Güler looking to deliver this free kick. Arda Güler scoring the first and last goal from Turkey. Güler. Nice play. Güler tries getting it to the other person he was lined up with in the free kick. Ball unable to get back to the player. And a goal kick for Matt Turner. To McKenzie. Robinson. Scally. U.S. throw-in. McKinney trying to find Brandon Aronson. Brandon Aronson unable to get a foot on it. Aronson almost causing a turnover. A very long ball catching Trusty off guard. Trusty clapping up. He's D'ing up right here. Nice defense from Trusty. Another interception from Trusty. A long ball was attempted to be played for